Yeah, hello everyone. Day 46 here, Industrial Fabrication Company. Made really good progress today, kind of on all fronts. Got to stop by a potential customer this morning and scope out a potential job that could be really good for us, but would certainly challenge us, and we need to implement a lot of stuff that we've been doing with Lean. But it was cool today in our training, going through 2-second Lean today. We got into the 8 wastes. And I'll pop those up on screen for those of you who don't know what they are. But after we went through that, we kind of listed out what are different examples under each waste that we have already, or that we have had and have been working to fix. And just started there, because the first step for us to eliminating that waste is we need to see the waste. In order for us to see the waste, we need to know what waste is. So we started that knowledge, we started the seeing, and then we'll work towards fixing it. But one of the kind of through examples that we had was with our benders. So right now we make 120 benders at a time. So that's overproduction. We're making more than we need. And because we're making more than we need at one given time, we're having to move it around. They were estimating that the 4 different pallets of those that we've had, before we've even gone through the first one, they've been moved at least 10 times. And that's 40 different trips just to move all of those around. And that's the transportation. But then, we're having to store 120 of them. So that's excess inventory that we have. We then are having defects in there. The big defect that we have is the jacks that we get aren't always good. So sometimes we're having to even order more. So that's more overproduction, more transportation, right down the line again. But because those then have defects, we're then having to do over processing. We're having to go back in, test every jack that we get, because we can't verify if it's any good. And then if it is bad, we have to box it back up and fight through trying to get refunds on that or get replacements in. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, we're having excess motion of, having to flip all the jacks around, repackage them, so we have the extra overproduction, we have the extra motion, we're moving around, lots of extra steps that we're having to do. And even as we're doing batch work, you walk along and you do 120 screws, and then you walk back, and then you mount those items, and you screw them on 120 times, and you walk back and forth. And that's just on a more micro scale. There's all the larger transportation that we talked about earlier. Customers are waiting. We're waiting to get the right number of jacks in so we can finish what we have. And in all of that, by having all that chaos and all that craziness go around, and kind of the culture that existed, previously at Industrial Fab, we didn't have a culture where we were using people's genius that they have. And so we were wasting that. When Ristine, who's done a lot of the work on this, he's had ideas, they haven't been heard, they haven't been implemented. That's all. All of those things are adding up to things that no customer is ever going to be willing to pay for, and is costing us money, and is making it a less enjoyable process to work on. So we're going to be really good at tackling that, and excited to share those implementations as we get through the inventory that we have and we start making new ones. It was a good day overall. Had some good quotes go out or in progress, and really excited how the week went and ended up. Signing off for now.